Hi, Amy White with Worthy Written Words. Today we're going to be in Isaiah chapter 9 verses 6. And I apologize for my voice. I'm rocking a head cold, but we will be able to get through this. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take these wonderful stickers, and I like to line them up along the top of the cutout so that I can space them how I want to. And even though this doesn't always work, because like you can see, what I end up doing here is I end up putting them on a little crooked and have to fix them all. It at least helps you with the spacing on where the first letter should go and the last letter should go to be even with your page, so you're not just guessing it and then having it all off-centered or not spaced correctly. So this is a good tip to just kind of get your basics down where you want them to go, and then you can adjust it as needed. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with the letter stickers above it. His name shall be called. And these are pretty much spaced out exactly how you would need them, right up above where they are on the strip of paper. So I'm just going to put them on just right where they are from the sticker as a template to the page below it. And you want to put these down at the bottom of your page so that you have enough room for the image that we're going to be putting on. Now the image is going to be, for me, it was just a little bit too big, so I trimmed just a teeny bit off the side and the bottom before I attach it to my page. If you spaced yours even closer together, it may not be an issue for you, but that's just something that I did to keep in mind. So when you go to put this image in, I'm just using a glue stick, and you'll notice there is a dull side and a shiny side. So you want the shiny side to be on top, and we're going to run the glue stick along the edge of this clear plastic sheet, and then we're going to snuggle it right into the binding and close the book and let it sit and dry within the binding. With this star, you can feel the toner on one side versus the other, and we want to draw on the opposite side so that our ink isn't mixing with the black toner from the printer. So on the opposite side of the ink, we're going to use a black glaze pen. It's part of the kit, and we are just going to outline each one of these lines from the star. You're going to want to use a brand new glaze pen because you want the ink to be heavy and flowing thick. It'll make it easier. Otherwise, you're going to have to go over it multiple times and it may not look as smooth. While that's drying, we're going to put the tab label on top of our tab, and then we're going to attach it on the far right side of our page. And I just use a craft tape. You could even use a glue stick, and you put it on the bottom half of the tab while the top half is empty, so that it can hang up above the page without sticky stuff on the back side. Using a highlighter, I'm using a mild liner highlighter, yellow. I'm going to highlight verse 6, and you won't even see this unless you flip over the stained glass image, but it's nice for when you are looking at the page to see which scripture it is that you are focusing on. And any highlighter will work. Just make sure before you put it on your page that it's not going to bleed through. Now when this is dry, I'm going to use an orange and a yellow glaze pen, and I'm going to do a little pattern filling in these little stained glass areas with the yellow and the orange. I'm going to do every other one. You could use watercolors, you could use acrylic paints, you can use other markers that you have. All of it should work, and they might have different effects depending on how you choose to use it. I chose to use these 3D glaze pens because they do have a raised effect and it looks really cool with the plastic underneath, and because it's such a small, delicate area that I'm filling in, it was nice to have a more fine tip to use in those smaller areas. Now while that's drying, I'm going to take my black glaze pen and draw a straight line down my page and a little bow at the bottom, and this is going to be where I put the star once it's dry. But first I have to cut the star out with a pair of scissors, and I'm not cutting right up against the black ink. I'm leaving a little bit of space around it And that'll just give you a little bit of a buffer zone so you don't nick it where you don't want to. And since it's see-through, it won't make a difference if it's perfect or not. And I'm going to attach the star just with a glue stick. Unfortunately, I didn't get video of me putting that on, but you can envision just putting glue on the back side of the star and then putting that on your page. And then we're going to be done. That will be the last step for this page. I hope you guys had fun. Be sure that you are subscribed so you can stay up to date on all of our latest video releases, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.